The Shepnaz Podcast begins now.
Welcome to the Shepnaz Podcast. I'm Joe, and I'm your host today. And today we have with us Bob Stephenson, a.k.a. Gadget. And the reason I bring that up is because today we're talking about full armor bikers, so we have to use his alias in these situations.
Road name. Road name.
So we do have Biker Sunday coming up, and we wanted to talk about that today. So welcome in, Bob.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Good to have you. So I guess let's get this out right off the top. When is Biker Sunday? Times, places, all that kind of thing.
Biker Sunday is August 10th of this year. The service that we will concentrate on the bikers is second service at 10:45. We will open registration for our bikers at 9:30 in the morning outside in the parking lot. We do registration. We have some stuff that we give out, some swag. Bikers will get a wristband because we use that to provide a lunch and ice cream for them later in the day. We will have Sergeant Coffee. Their trailer will be in front of the church, and everybody that comes in, whether you're coming in for the service or for the biker service, this also includes first service, you can get yourself a coffee, a cold drink, whatever they offer, compliments of full armor. So whoever shows up for either service, please enjoy Sergeant Coffee Company.
And I tell you what, you've had them there before, and it is very well received. No offense to our regular coffee crew in the lobby; they do a great job every Sunday.
They are fantastic. Yes, we're giving them a day off.
Exactly, and they have all the kind of special kinds of coffee that you might have. Now, for me, I'm just the old-fashioned. Just give me a black medium coffee. That's what I need. But all the foo-foo stuff that you would ever want is right there in their trailer, and it's pretty exciting, actually.
Or if you just want a straight cup of coffee, they can do that too.
Yeah.
This morning I had a dill pickle lemonade coffee. They were trying something different.
How'd that turn out?
They were trying something different. I will stick with my Easy 42, and that'll be my standard drink from Sergeant Coffee.
All right.
No dill pickle juice.
I mean, if you're being adventurous, you can try some different things.
Absolutely.
Now, you had mentioned, we were just talking a little bit before we started recording about maybe doing registration a little different because we have a little bit different facilities available to us now. So talk a little bit about that.
Right. So normally we set up canopies, tents in the front of the parking lot. We stage all the motorcycles. We get folks registered. We sell some of our product. We do all of that stuff. Well, this year we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to still put the bikes where we put them because we want everybody to see all the beautiful ponies that are out there.
Yep.
But we're going to use the new pavilion out on the edge of the parking lot. If you don't know where that is, when you pull in the parking lot, just look. You can't you can't miss it.
It's pretty much right there in front of you.
Yeah. So we're going to set up in there for our registration and product stuff. Our bikers will come in, they'll park, they'll go back there and do that stuff, and then they can move over towards the building and hit Sergeant Coffee Company. Anybody that comes can come out to the pavilion and see what we've got, see our registration process. One of the things that we do provide for our bikers is a free lunch and free ice cream at Ye Olde Mill in Utica. If anybody else is interested and wants to go up to Ye Olde Mill and just kind of hang with us, they can purchase wristbands at registration for $20. If you're not on a bike, I'm sorry, I can't buy your lunch. It's just the rules. But you can buy a wristband. And cars will not be able to ride with the motorcycles up to Utica. So what we do is when we finish the second service, we'll encourage folks, jump in your car, head up to Utica. We'll be there. If you have a wristband, you'll get a lunch and you'll get ice cream. Or you can just go up there and hang out with us, whatever you want to do. That's, we're pretty flexible on that.
And typically we have a speaker that you bring in for Biker Sunday, and you went far and wide to find the guest speaker this coming Biker Sunday.
We did. It was tough. We got old rough and ready. Kevin Angel.
Right.
We thought it'd be good to have Kevin bring us a message this year. He's the new kid on the block. He looks like a biker, and we're working on that. But anyway,
he's got the look. He's got the goatee thing going.
He does.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we thought it'd be a good idea, and that was kind of a unanimous decision of the group. But we should have him do that. So this year it's going to be one of the homeboys.
Very nice. All right. Well, we're looking forward to that. Another thing that might be a little different than in previous years, I've heard whisperings of a prayer tunnel kind of thing. What does that look like for us this year?
Yeah. Well, we did it last year for the first time, and it seemed to be very well received, and folks like to participate. Pastor Brett's handling the coordination of that effort. Basically, what we'll do at the end of the service is he will send his prayer tunnel folks out to April Lane. That's the little street that comes into the parking lot, and just line both sides up. And people say, well, how do you do a prayer tunnel with motorcyclists? You know what? You don't have to have your eyes closed when you pray, and you can yell when you're praying. It's okay. And so you'll be out there, you'll be lined up, and you'll watch the bike ride as it leaves Shepherd with our full law enforcement escort. We'll be making a lot of noise. They can make a lot of noise, and praying can be a joyful noise. So that's what's going to happen after second service.
Now, for those that haven't experienced Biker Sunday before, speak a little bit about, we do have a good number of riders here at Shepherd, but we're probably going to be seeing more than the normal. So tell me a little bit about some of the people that we would expect to see and where they're all coming from, that kind of thing.
Sure. Biker Sunday, the whole reason that we do it is to try to bring in our buddies that ride with us, the guys and girls that ride with us that you may not see on a regular Sunday. Some of these folks may not go to church at all, but they'll come to a Biker Sunday because they know it's a biker event, and they understand that look and feel. Now, the fortunate thing is our folks at Shepherd kind of understand the motley crew, and so when we bring in more of our friends, it's business as usual for Shepherd, which we appreciate.
Yeah, we're used to. We're the land of misfits, so it's fine.
Exactly. Yeah, we have been accused thusly in other settings. Typically we have folks that will come up from Cincinnati, out of the Springdale Nazarene Church, the Priesthood riders. Priesthood is a national chapters of motorcycle riders around the country. So we typically have representation from there. We have had the Buffalo Soldier riders. We'll have just independents that will show up, people with Christian Motorcycle Association. And then we'll have some people that don't patch with anybody, but they are riders. Again, some of those guys may never go to church, but they'll come to a Biker Sunday thing. And that's kind of the idea of the Biker Sunday, is we want to bring these people in and say, hey, this is a place where you can be you. We're going to do us. We're going to do it together. I'm going to bless you, and then we're going to go eat. It's a secret recipe. And
our church vision statement, our kind of mission here is helping people take their next step towards Jesus. And if you could speak to a little bit about, I know that this ministry very much follows that mission. You just touched on it a little bit about how you have people that may come to Full Armor events that aren't regular church attenders, and kind of how you've seen this function as an outreach ministry.
Sure. So here's one of my favorite stories about Biker Sunday. People say, why do you do it? Well, everything is a win. We've for several years, we had a group of riders that would come in, and they had one guy that would never come into the church. 2, 3, 4 years. They would show up, very faithful to the support. But this one guy, he was good in the parking lot. He was good on the ride. That's great. Year 5, he decided it'd be okay to try the sanctuary and came into the service. You know what? Everything's a little step towards Jesus, even if it's just walking in the door to know it's not a weird place. people aren't going to judge you. People are going to welcome you. Our folks welcome bikers in just like they're anybody else.
We're numb to it at this point.
Well, yeah, but in his case, it took that long to feel okay, to trust us enough to say, oh, okay, I can go in here and I can try this. And sometimes that's what you do. We have folks that will ride with us on our biweekly rides. They'll go on our ice cream rides, but they can't find themselves to be in church. And we just keep working on it. We have some folks that ride with us very regularly, come to our Bible studies, but they just don't do Sunday morning. It's okay. It's okay. Relationships don't happen overnight, in a week, in a year. Relationships take time. Yeah. And there's a trust that has to be earned.
Well, and we're trying to do, and you guys are trying to do your part to I'm just trying to create the atmosphere and the opportunity, and then I got to trust that God's doing what God needs to do in that person's life. And so I'm going to be that consistent presence. I'm going to be that friend, that person that when you're ready, you know exactly where to come. When you have questions, you know exactly who to ask, and you're not having to search. Like, it's right here. They've been around you the whole time. And in that way, it is making that available for them to take their next step. And as you rightly said, for some, it's just getting to the parking lot. For others, it's getting from the parking lot into the door. For others, it's going on an ice cream ride. For some, it's I'm going to start coming to the Bible study. And everybody is on a little bit different part of the path along the way. And we're just trying to be faithful to help them take whatever their next step is, not what we think, they should be doing at the end of the trail instead of just the next step.
And every little piece that we do, and we have a chance to say the word, to use the word, the Bible tells us, my word will not return void. And those little seeds are just planted. Rough Rider Kevin, just the last time he preached, he talked about it's not our job. It's not our job to win people, to change people. It's our job to direct them, to let the Holy Spirit do the work. We just have that unique opportunity to be the vessel to present, and then let the Holy Spirit do His work. And we need to remember, we can't save anybody.
Now, if there are some people that are perhaps new to the church or new to the area and they've never really heard anything about this. I mean, maybe they've seen there seems to be a lot of guys around church that wear biker vests, and I've seen bikes out in the parking lot, but maybe there's somebody that's a rider that hasn't really engaged yet. Is Full Armor open for business? Can people join? If they want to? How does that happen? What does that look like?
Absolutely. We are an open group. First of all, Full Armor is a single chapter organization. We are part of Shepherd Church of the Nazarene. We are not a regional or a national group. It's just us. Mm-hmm. We just do our thing. So being an open group, let me start first with our Bible studies are open to anybody, even if you don't ride. If you just want to hang with our kind of people, whatever our kind of people are in your brain, you can come to our Bible studies. Now, if you're a rider, one of the first things is, you have a guy that says, well, I only ride I don't care if it has two wheels and it runs with a motor. It's a motorcycle. Yes, we have a lot of Harleys, a lot of big bikes, the touring bikes, and people are intimidated, but we have everybody. You can ride with us anytime. One of the things we ask is that you have the competency to ride in a group, and if you never have, we'll help you with that. We'll get you initiated into how do you ride with 4, 6, 12, 20 motorcycles organized on a highway without hurting anybody. We'll help you learn that. As far as being a member of Full Armor, our initiating process is just absolutely grueling.
Yeah.
Okay, not really. No, we don't even do what a lot of clubs call prospecting, where you have to do all this stuff before you become a member of Full Armor. Our criteria is you can ride. We'll make exceptions there, but you can ride. You're going to church regularly. You're supporting your church, and you understand how to represent Jesus Christ when you're out on the road. We have to know you. We have to know each other before we're just going to let you wear a patch. Patching is open to the decision of patching is open to our council. If someone would come to me and say, "Hey, I want to ride with Full Armor," and you've met some of that criteria of being a part of us and participating with us, I will petition to the council that I think this person's a good candidate to have a patch. If the council approves, we patch you. You buy the patch, you wear the patch on your leathers, and you're a part of our group. It's not difficult.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's open to anyone to come, but if you're going to be...
And let me interrupt you on that. You don't have to patch to ride with us.
Right. That's where I was going.
Okay. Anybody can ride. You want to just show up at an ice cream ride or a Saturday ride and you want to ride, you're welcome. We have some folks that are pretty regular riders. They don't wear a Full Armor patch. It's okay. We don't care. And we have guys from other churches that ride with us. We're not out there trying to fill our coffers.
Right.
We just want to ride.
Well, and let me speak to a moment for those that are listening and be like, so what's the big deal? Well, there's a lot of things you guys do in public. And like when you go to restaurants, I know that you guys take care of veterans meals when you're in the area, and you make sure that you're tipping in such a way that it's a good reflection on Full Armor and more importantly on Christ.
Yep.
And so the difference between riding without a patch and with one is that we're now branding you as you're now an ambassador for Christ, for the church, for Full Armor. And so there is a little level of responsibility there if you're patched, like I'm wearing this name, and that means that I agree to act a certain way and to minister in such a way all the time, but especially when I'm wearing this name.
Yeah. The standard president's speech to anybody that receives a patch is, you remember that when you wear this patch, you're representing Full Armor. You're also representing Shepherd, Church of the Nazarene. It's a very close relationship, but ultimately you're representing Jesus Christ. And if you can't wear that patch and represent accordingly, then you probably shouldn't wear the patch.
Yeah. I want you to speak to a moment before we wrap up here about every year when we have Biker Sunday, there's a giving opportunity, and we have a particular mission involved with that. So if you would speak to that a little bit.
Absolutely. So one of the other things I do in addition to being president of Full Armor is I'm also chairman of the Council for Nazarene Motorcycle Fellowship, which is an organization in the Nazarene Church that is our primary mission is to equip churches of the Nazarene to understand how to do biker ministry. We have folks that will reach out to us and say, I got a couple guys that ride and we want to do biker ministry. We help them understand some of the do's and the don'ts of bikers and patches and responsibilities and all of that. We also have members on our council that are parts of national clubs that can even, maybe if necessary, help you start a local chapter of a national club and give you those resources. Mm-hmm. The secondary mission of Nazarene Motorcycle Fellowship, which Shepherd just is amazing in their support, is the Rusty Bellamy Bikes for Missions. And that project, what it does is it allows us to collect money. 100% of it goes out to the mission field to pastors that don't have transportation. There are guys all over the world, guys and girls all over the world, that are walking hitching rides, doing whatever they can to get to their ministry posts. We're providing motorcycles that are conducive to the environment that they live and work in so that they can get there. Last year, we were able to purchase 8, 10, I don't remember the exact count of a motorcycle kind of unit in the Philippines, in the Tagalog district of the Philippines. That might have been a scooter. It might have been a motorcycle. If you're here on Biker Sunday, you'll see a picture of that motorcycle with one of the pastors that was able to buy a bike because of what we do. We've put bikes in Cambodia, Africa, Peru, Bolivia, just anywhere in the world where there is a need. We work directly with the General Missions Board to make sure that the project funding goes through the proper channels, gets directly out to the field so that they can make those purchases for transportation.
And if anyone's wanting to find out more information about Full Armor, where do they go?
So the best thing you can do is you can go to the website, which is www.fullarmorbikers.com. There's information about who we are, what we do. There are links to things like Nazarene Motorcycle Fellowship, which gives you a whole lot of information about you're in my way. Gives you a whole lot of information about the Rusty Bellamy projects and how we do that. You don't have to participate in our Biker Sunday to give money to Rusty Bellamy. You can always go out, and if you feel the need that you've got to send $500 to a project that's out on the mission site, you can find a project that's specific to motorcycles, and you can get that money out there. That's the primary purpose of the Rusty Bellamy Bikes for Missions project, and it's been very successful. Over 300 motorcycles around the world since 2009, and we just continue to do that.
Amen. Well, I hope you all are looking forward to it. We're excited to hear Kevin Angel, the Rough Rider, on August the 10th this year, and it's going to be bikers will start arriving during our first service at 9 o'clock. There'll be registration there, and you'll be able to see some of the bikes and enjoy Sergeant Coffee. And then we have the full-on biker service at 10:45 on that Sunday morning. In the meantime, you can also find out more details by going to shepnaz.org. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. For Gadget, I'm Joe. Have a great day.
See ya.
This podcast is a production of the Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, Gahanna, Ohio. Email to podcast@shepnaz.org and let us know what you think.